Hello everyone, this is Diane. Today I am organizing. At 1 o'clock I have to go pick Layla up, my granddaughter, and she's going to spend several hours with me. So I've already been down here while I waited for the post office to open, and I destashed this much paper. Enough that I could get all those pads off the floor and put away. Yay! I'm so happy about that. That really helps a lot, just having that visual clutter gone from the floor next to me. But today I'm going to do a project I've been waiting to do. I have a lot of what I will refer to as appliques, but they're just mostly fabric or felt and some paper, embellishments. And I just have them. Look, I have them in this drawer. These are appliques. These are, who knows, little floral pieces. And I've got florals in bags that I picked up at thrift stores. And this I've had for a long time with little crochet motifs in it. And this bottom of a cigar box has large lace appliques. And this little tote here has just assorted things, some felt flowers and paper flowers and foam things that they were in a bunch of stuff I got at the flea market, I think. Those were with it. Just assorted things. And it's really hard. I don't even want to go looking for any of this stuff because it's too hard to find what I want. So I had purchased this set of trays. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There are 7 of these trays. I got them from Amazon, and they measure at the top. I think they're slightly slanted down, but the top part measures 5 3/4 by just about 9 inches. So I thought I would further separate these pieces and have designated trays that I could stack 3 or 4 high and then put on my shelves over my sewing machine. I'll have to rearrange to make room for them, but oh, I did one other thing last night as far as organizing. I showed you my washi tape, and I had that basket full of washi tape, a basket like this, but it was white, sitting on the table, on the desk, on my L-shaped part of the desk, and I don't want it there. It's, it doesn't belong there, so I got this from Amazon. I was looking for washi tape storage. I really wanted one like the one I got from Hobby Lobby where the drawers, it pulls out and then tips down. But this is close enough because I can just pull out one tray and take it out and bring it down. So these are those tapes that I got from the Etsy store that I mentioned in my washi tape video. This was the Amity Bloom one that didn't fit. So I still have my Amity Bloom tapes in here. And this really wide one didn't fit. So that's there. And then I just put this little shabby chic one in just to fill in the space. So all those shabby chic washies that I got, that big set I got at Hobby Lobby, I destashed some. Well, they're in a pile to be destashed, but I've removed them from my stash. So I have these all in here, and there's room for more. And then that set of fall, it goes from here to here. They were all in one set. And so to fill in the space, I just put in some that would go with those. And that fits. It has a very narrow footprint, and it fits on my shelves over my head. I had to order it twice because when I got it last week, it was cracked, and it was like the wall was coming off. So I did the return thing, said I wanted it replaced, and it came right away. So there it is. I'm happy about that. So now let's move on to this. Let's start with something easy, which would be what? What would be the easy thing? Let's start with the assorted flowers that I have, I guess. So I have this bag of fabric embroidered daisies from Amazon. I don't even want them in the plastic bags. It's just too much fussing. What else do I have to go in here? I have these felt and paper flowers. I got some bags of these at a thrift store. I think the person that owned them separated them by color. I think I may have, I don't know, did I get these at that craft booth? But they're separated not by material, but by color. But I'm just going to dump them all in here. So when I want a flower, I can look in here. And I may have to, you know, change. If I'm working with it and I don't like something about it, I can always redo my categories. Little paper flowers there. Like if I have enough of these trays and I want to, I could separate the embroidered and the felt, you know, fabrics from the paper ones. Now, some of these are 3D, which I don't use because I don't want to, like that, I wouldn't even want to put that on a cover. I don't really like those printed ones. So these I will de-stash. I'll keep that one. That one's not bad. I'll keep that. I think I'm already deciding to separate the paper from the fabric ones because I have more than I thought. I just found these and these. So let's just do that before we go further. I will. These would have to go on a cover because that's it's not huge, but it's a hard plastic underneath that, I'm sure, but it's really cute. So I'm going to keep them for a while. If I don't use them, I can get rid of them later. So I'll put the paper ones here. I don't want these trays filled right up. I want to be able to move them around and pick out what I want. And I want to be able to see what I have in there. So I might end up destashing some things. But for now, I'm just sorting them into trays. Now this is really cute. They might have come together in one purchase. I'm not sure how they came, but they go well together, but I'm separating them because I can always layer them up. I've been looking forward to doing this for a while. These trays have been sitting here in my room. They were on my chair when I did the video of the state of my craft room. I said that chair was unsittable. These trays were sitting in that chair, among other things. So now, I think that chair will be sittable by the end of the day. I'm going to clean it out. I'm going to get these things organized so that I can find what I want and actually use the stuff. Okay, so now this has the embroidered, their fabric, and the felt, which is a kind of fabric. And this tray has the paper. I think these are paper. And these are felt. And I have some other embroidered ones in here too. So these daisies and these embroidered flowers and these all came from Amazon. I just looked for felt flowers or embroidered flowers on Amazon. I will see if I can link these. And I don't know if I have an affiliate link. I tried to set it up. I don't know if I did it right. But you could try, because I got to notice that if I don't sell anything with my affiliate link within 30 days, I'm going to lose my link because I haven't sold anything yet. Okay, I've got more paper flowers that are supposed to be layered. And these are all paper. Get rid of all these baggies. These are foam. I'm going to put them in with these. These are little crocheted flowers. And some paper ones and paper leaves. I'm going to leave the leaves out for now. I don't think I want to put these crocheted ones in with my doily motifs, but I think I'll leave them here for now. Wonder if I should keep them in the baggies so I can find leaves when I want them. Maybe I'll at least keep the leaves in baggies. I just put one in here and it's lost already. I don't like the dimensional ones. Well, if I find it, I'll pull it out. So these are more of those embroidered ones, but they were iron-on. I didn't realize when I bought it. So I have to iron them to fabric in order to use them because glue doesn't stick to the iron-on stuff on the backs. So I have to iron them and then fussy cut around them. So I did a bunch of them one time. Well, maybe I'll have enough trays to just put the leaves in a tray, because I also have millinery flowers, but I don't think I'll put them in with these. These are some flower petals that somebody was creating something with these, and I'm not sure what they were going to do with them. So I might just take the stitches out and have a circle, a flat circle. Okay, put the leaves back in. That's a leaf pattern. I might as well keep that in there. I'll put these leaves in here for now. Oh, here's the other leaf that I was looking for in there. See, I got these from Amazon too. I love the pastel colors. I think I didn't order these from anywhere. I might have picked these up at the craft booth. Oh, they're paper. These came out of one of those glass bottles that Michael's used to sell. I've had them for ages. I'm just going to leave them in that for now. See, that is getting too full. These are fabric flowers. Big ones. They would be great on a fun, bright cover. These are paper. It's a lace one. Oops, here. dump this out. Now, when I got those foam ones, it was a whole bunch of foam stuff, and it had little Easter foam stickers, and I just kept a few in case I wanted them for golden books, but I'll put them somewhere else because they're not flowers. These are appliques. These are fabric. These are tiny paper flowers. I don't want them to get lost in there. And these are little lace flowers. They're Prima, I think. Yeah. I got those at the craft booth. All right, these are going to go somewhere else. Oh, look at that. Stars. I could have used them in the patriotic journals. Okay, that does it for the little flowers, unless I find more in other containers. So I'm not going to make any decisions on whether I need to keep them in baggies. I would rather just be able to throw them in. And I can destash a lot of these, but these little ones, I think they'll just get lost in the mix. So I'll make that decision later. I don't think I want these. I have enough flowers. These have dimension and they're paper, so I don't like putting these on covers because I think they're too fragile for a cover, and they're two-dimensional for inside a page, inside a journal. So I will destash those. That's just my opinion. If you like using them, by all means, go for it. Okay, so some of these will get destashed. That's just too much. And some of these may get destashed. Probably not the ones I bought at Amazon, which most of these are, but maybe some of them. All right, I'm going to set this aside. See, when these came in the mail, I had a hard time getting some of them apart because they were all stacked and then they were sectioned together, so I had a hard time getting them apart, and I was hoping it wouldn't be a problem. But if I fill them up that much, it won't be. All right, next category. That was supposed to be the easy one. Let's do the appliques, like you would put on clothing. These are lace pieces that you can cut apart and use like appliques. So that's what that whole baggie was, just full of floral appliques. Didn't I have more? Well, I have this whole tray, but I thought I do have more floral appliques, I think. Well, when I find them when I'm cleaning the rest of my room, they'll go in here. Let's see if any of these go in here. No, these are all just lace ones. Let me look in here. I'm gonna dump it out. Stash those. All right, this is an applique, but I think I'm going to keep these separate. These I ordered from Amazon. This one I picked up at a flea market or something. More paper ones. The bows I got at an estate sale, and I just used some of the bows on the patriotic journals. I had some navy polka dot ones, but I don't really see myself using these a lot, so I'm going to destash. I'll keep a little bit, but not a lot of them. So these will get destashed. Okay. There's another applique. There's a pretty butterfly applique. I'm finding other flowers that go in with those trays we just did. Appliques. This is a butterfly lace. It was a string of them. You could cut them apart like these hearts. So I ordered these white lace embroidered. It's like a organza with embroidery on it. I ordered them from Amazon, and I will put them in here. They are varying sizes, as you can see. But this was not from Amazon, but it's going in here because they're similar. And this one too. That's just an applique, but I'm putting it in with the white ones. These little rosebuds. Oh, I like those pale blue ones. This was from a piece of lace that I cut apart. These little squares were all attached. So I think I'll put them in here. This is just cut from a string of rosettes. I put this lace, where did that card go? I have a card of this lace, but it's bows, and I cut the bows apart, so I'm going to put that in with my lace appliques. These were fun things that I picked up somewhere. They were secondhand, so I don't know if I got them at the flea market or a thrift store, but there's a button on the back. They're buttoned onto these little strips. I'm going to take them off. There we go. I'll just put these in with the appliques, I guess, so I'll take them off the card later. I have a bunch of leaves. I got some crocheted leaves. I guess I'll put these in here. And this is a little ribbon with a little organza flower on it, which I don't know if they were to be used on barrettes or something. Okay, we have all these little embroidered flowers that I also got from Amazon. That would be cute on a cover. It's felt. A little bow. Got these little burlap ones. I'll keep them for a while in case I decide to use them, and if I don't use them, I'll just get rid of them. I don't know if I want to keep these crocheted flowers. I like them when I'm like gluing several flowers down and I might want a leaf poking out. I like these, but these are a little bit difficult. But I'll keep them for a while, see if I use them. This is a bow with a little lace flower on it. I might end up trimming that and using it, but I'll keep it. There's another ribbon bow, vintage. At least this will help me know which tray I want to look in for things. It won't be so hard to find what I want. And I will put my star appliques in here. Okay, these bows I will take out of the package. And I guess I'll just put them in here because there's room. They won't get lost in there. That's 4 trays. I only have 3 trays left. Well, so what do I have left? I have these, which I might just leave in this, because I think some of these appliques are too big for those trays. And I have these appliques. Oh, here's that card of the bow lace. Got some felt flowers right there. Okay, I'm gonna keep this here because I think some of these will go in there, the appliques. And then I have the crochet motifs, which I would like to get out of this, because if I have them in a tray, I can access them, I can remember them. They get forgotten. So here is a crochet flower, and that's going to start the crochet motif tray. And I have 3 trays in front of me. This one will go in here. Yeah, this is an applique tray. And the cat, well, I'm taking all these crochet things out. And that didn't belong in there anyway. I'll put the butterflies in with the lace tray. And that too, I guess. Okay. So I'm going to leave these. Oh, look at the strawberries. I forgot I had those. These were all purchased at estate sales or flea markets. These are ribbon embroidery appliques. I don't want them to take up so much space though. And I don't know if I want to take them out of the packaging. Now these I got at Walmart at back to school time maybe. Or they look summery. They're fun. Here's a floral, black flowers. More stars I could have used. Oh, this is harder than I thought it would be. So I have these felt pieces that I picked up at a flea market or thrift store, and I thought they would be really fun just to add embellishments. It was for a teacher. Or maybe I got them at Hobby Lobby. I don't remember now. But it has the months and the days and some numbers. Where would I put those? I don't know. This can go here. These, well, I have patches too, so patches will be something different. So I'll put these in here. Those are patches. I'm going to consider that a patch. It's just a needlepoint coaster or something. There's a lace applique, so I'm going to put it with the lace stuff. That's a big one. So you may remember I bought from eBay, I think it was, a huge collection of appliques like this with the satin fabric. And there were a lot of owls, different types of owls in there. And I sold a lot of those appliques, but I kept some, and I'm gonna put those in the tray here. These are felt pieces that you're supposed to cut them out and make something, but I would just, how long have we been doing this? Half an hour. I would just sew this on as a patch. So I'm just gonna put that in the patches. Oh, that's what I was looking for. My little rosebud appliques. There they are. This is not with these, but I'm going to keep it in here because it kind of goes with the vibe. Can you see this tray? There's a little heart. I'll put that with the patches, I guess. I have elephants, turtle, a frog, some little felt butterflies. I'll put them in there. Oh, this has a pattern drawn on it too, but it's black and you can't see the pattern very well. I don't know if I'll use it. That's just cut out of fabric. And I don't think it's anything I would use. I'm going to put that in the destash pile. There's a heart. So now maybe I'll actually use these things in eclectic journals, probably. I feel like I should make an eclectic journal next. I want to do the golden books next, but they could be eclectic. I got a bunch of fun patches at the flea market one year. Destash some of these butterflies. I just don't think I would use them. Look at the cute giraffe. I have more appliques than I thought I did. Like these kind of appliques. If you find vintage appliques at a flea market, sometimes they're kind of expensive. So now I've emptied a drawer in my lace tower so I can better organize my laces. I'm so excited about that. Okay, now this is the applique drawer or tray. Do I want to take these out of the packaging so I can fit them in there? I think I better. I don't want to have them in a separate place. Look how pretty that is. So I promise you I'm going to use the things in these trays. Oh, that's two. And I still have a tray to put my crochet motifs in. I'll try to use some of these fun appliques in these little golden book journals I'll be making. Let's see, I'm doing night and day. So if there's a moon or a sun, I could definitely use those. We help mommy, we help daddy. And well, I don't know what I was saying when my video shut off. I finished my video and then it was already stopped. So I don't think it was too long, but I'm sitting at my sewing machine so I can show you where those trays are now sitting. So if I'm at my machine and then I just look up, those baskets are fabric scraps in varying sizes and eyelet lace, which I use quite often. And on the next shelf up, those trays with the green labels, they are the trays that we just sorted. That large basket on the end has pom-pom trims, and then there's Pioneer Woman trims with velvet ribbon and the dotted tulle. And then I have my trays that we just did. And I don't even remember, velvet ribbon and something else, fabric strips. And then the white basket has my twine that I stitch journals and make the dangles. So I'm standing up now and you can see the trays nicely stacked. I do have to label everything very well up here. I haven't done that yet. And just some things I know what's in these. And then there's my light that hangs. I just have to label them. So there we go. That is a pretty good organizing effort today, and I'm happy with that, and I hope to do some more before I pick Layla up. I'll see you in the next video. Have a creative day. Bye.